Alright, so we're here with my main man Grim.
What's going on?
Up here at Vape Vault. And I just wanted to come in and see what RDAs they had.
Got a big old plethora.
Yes. Now, what RDA would you suggest?
For you, my guy, I would suggest the Drop.
Ooh, that looks sexy. Man, whoever owns one of those bad boys must be a sick motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, I can't complain in the slightest
shit.
about the Drop.
Man, great minds think alike.
Absolutely.
So, what all comes in the box, senor?
So what you have in the box, you have one badass RDA. You have
Badass.
one replacement tin.
Little skinny 810.
You have instruction manual.
Instruction
That is
manual.
Multilingual.
Multilingual and goes in the trash.
You have tools, replacement pins, nice little squonk pin. You got other O-rings, and you have a mouthpiece adapter.
Oh, 510 adapter for those people who like little drip tips.
Oh yeah, got something for everyone.
And you gotta love the skate tool.
Oh yeah, good old skate tool. Gotta have the tech decks.
So what's your favorite thing about this Drop RDA?
In all seriousness, I'd probably say the airflow, because if you look, it's got the Teen Titans T modeled airflow here. It is 100% controllable, notch by notch. I'm just slowly closing it off till it's totally closed. And backwards.
Fucking love it. And what is your sweet spot for this beautiful RDA?
My sweet spot for this RDA airflow wise, I'd say just cover the top of the T. Get a nice little cuffed draw.
Man, look at that there. What happens? Top of the T is cut off.
Look at that.
Man.
Look at that. Give her a... First I have to turn on my mod.
Yeah, that would help.
And then give it a nice...
Beautiful, and look at that cloud.
Beautiful clouds.
Oh my god.
Beautiful clouds.
That was gorgeous, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you very much for your very, very informative view on this sexy RDA.
Anytime, my man. Anytime.
All right, well, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
What's up, guys? We are back. That was a nice, fun, informative view on the Drop RDA. It's probably my favorite dripper to date now. Cloud's real nice, gives freaking phenomenal flavor because the coils are so close up to your mouth. Also, it's got that nice conical shape on the inside of the drip tip, or the barrel. That way it kind of vortexes the vapor right up into your mouth, so it blows a big load of flavor into your mouth. I enjoy it. I think it's a really good vape. Also, the drip tip is nice and fat. That way you can just juice right in there. Blech. Just like that. And I haven't had any problems with leaking or anything. No gurgly, no nothing. And it works. Delicious. Alright, so I would like to pull out my little notebook here. Pros and cons. Pros. First of all, it's, I guess technically it's a 4-post deck, but it's 2-post deck styled, because you have independent posts on each side of the deck that are separated by, I believe it's a ceramic insulator or something. But that way you can have individual leads going into individual holes and tighten them down as needed. You get great airflow. coming up underneath the coils, directly onto the coils, and maybe even above the coils depending on where you set them. It's got that nice conical shape like I was talking about that kind of helps with the flavor and everything like that. On top of that, it's an 810 drip tip in there, so that adds quite a bit more options. It seems like a lot of companies now are going to an 810 drip tip instead of like their own proprietary drip tip or even a 510 drip tip, which is kind of back in 2015, maybe late or early 2016 is when those were real big, and then everybody started going to their own proprietary drip tip, which was a little bit bigger but not quite as big as the 810. Preferably, I'm an 810 type of guy. I like it to be a bigger drip tip. Gives me better airflow. Seems like I get bigger clouds off of it. The cons, to date, I have not really found any cons with it. I haven't gotten a chance to play around with it very much. If I do end up coming across any cons, I'll be sure to post an update to the video. But to date, I haven't found any cons. It's just a great little RDA. I love every bit of it. The price, it goes anywhere from about $25 up to $40, depending on where you look. Some in-store, or some shops in-store have them for about 40 bucks. Some shops have them for down around $30, $25. Online you can find them for probably about 25 bucks. So your vape budget hands don't need to be big for this. This is also another thing that adds to a lot of big pros with it. It's accessible to a lot of people who want something that's not super expensive, but it performs extremely well. The flavor I get off of it is definitely up in the high scores. I mean, I'm talking like 8.5 out of 10 to 9 out of 10. Not quite the best flavor RDA that I've ever had, but it's definitely up there. And when you account into the fact that you can put in some massive coils and everything in there, it really helps pull that flavor out. Cloud gives huge clouds. I mean, clouds, bro, clouds for days. I love it. They're dense, they're thick, you're blowing out a huge freaking cumulus cloud everywhere you go, as long as you got the right build and you have your power adjusted accordingly. Airflow on it is on point. I mean, you can fully adjust the airflow all the way down to each one of these little dots there. I believe there's, what, 2, 4, 6, 10 of them on each side. So you've got 20 airflow slots, and you can adjust them one on each side at the same time. So if you adjust it down one on this side, it'll go to the opposite side just like it did on this side. So I mean, you can kind of close it down and dial it down to exactly how you want it, which makes a big difference for a lot of people. Some people want the airflow coming in underneath the coil, so you can close it down to the bottom ones. Some people want it coming in across the whole spectrum of the coil, so you can leave it wide open. I like closing off the top part of the T, like we discussed earlier. Seems to give me a really nice semi-restricted hit, and with the way that these holes are on this thing, it gives it a really swooshy, is that what I want to say, swooshy airflow to it, which is pretty nice. I like it. It's different. I'm used to stuff that has really big holes in it, and it seems like it's kind of turbulent sometimes, and it's a louder hit when you draw off of it. With this, it's a lot more quiet, it's swooshy, it's really smooth, it's not turbulent at all. I mean, just listen. Swooshy. Swooshy. It's good. I like it a lot. So, with all that in effect, I definitely rate this RDA a 10 out of 10. If I lost this and couldn't find it anywhere, or something happened to it, it got stolen, would I go out and buy another one? Absolutely. I would definitely go out and buy another one in a heartbeat. I love this thing. This will definitely stay in my rotation for the future of vaping. I don't know if it's going to be my everyday, all-day vape, because who knows what the future has to offer, but I'm definitely going to keep it on my desk. I'm going to keep it on a mod, I'm going to keep it wicked, and I'm going to have some juice on standby for it. Hopefully this helped some people out. I'm going to be posting another video coming up, hopefully later on today, about coil building. I'm going to do a quick tutorial on 101, let you know pretty much the basics of what you're going to want to know before you sit down and start wrapping your coils. So be sure to stay tuned, and hopefully we help some people out. Thank you guys very much. Again, we are the High Watt Vapors, and you guys stay tuned.